I will be presenting on the topic of language. Language is in all of our lives, therefore it applies to all of us all of the time, since it is how we communicate. But before I go into language, I have a question for all of you. In high school, did you take a language class?
Yes.
Other than English?
Yes.
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 No.
Well, can I also ask another question? Was it Spanish?
Yes.
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 Okay, that's very common in our area. So, you can go on to the next slide now. Since the majority of you took a second language in school, you have some nice benefits, which are improved memory. You are more able to multitask, and there are many more benefits, such as improving your brain health and helping you understand your first language better. Some more fun facts, as you can see, are that there are over 6,500 languages in the entire world, which is crazy. There's so many languages. And some people only know one, which is hard to believe, because then you can't communicate with a lot of other people. In the United States alone, according to the 2010 census, there are over 350 languages used in the United States. That's a lot. I was shook when I heard that. In Europe, the average adult knows 2 languages for the majority, 54%. And in the United States, it is only 20%. That's a little bit sad. That's okay though. And although some people don't believe it, the most largely spoken language in the world is Mandarin Chinese. You can go on to the next slide now. There are 4 components of language. The first being phonology. Phonology is the rules about sequence and structure of speech sounds. This is one of the more important ones, considering that if you don't know the sequences or structures of words and how to pronounce words, you can't effectively communicate with the language. In elementary education, phonology is the main principle that they are taught so that they can then grow throughout the rest of their education in their language. The next is semantics, which is all the vocabulary and different concepts that are expressed through the words. Semantics, there are some examples such as when you're in junior high or high school and you're given all those vocabulary tests that no one likes to take, and you have to memorize all of these words to get ready for your SATs, and also when you have to read through a poem or a piece of literature and then find the main idea or the common concept throughout. Those are all ways that you can practice working on semantics. Grammar. Grammar is everyone's favorite. Not really. For those of you who took Spanish, I'm sure you know that learning all the different tenses, such as preterite or imperfect or past tense, were very difficult. And that is because grammar changes throughout the different languages, so that you can go from your language and the grammar in yours to another one is very difficult. And English has a very complicated grammar. There are 2 parts of grammar. The first is syntax, which are the rules in which words are arranged into sentences. And then the second is morphology, which is mastering the use of the tenses and the grammatical markers. Grammar is also focused on in elementary education as well, so that when the children get to junior high and high school, they can more focus on the other concepts such as semantics and pragmatics. Going into pragmatics, the rules for appropriate and effective communication involving 3 skills. A simple way to demonstrate pragmatics is, say I'm walking down the hall and I see my friend and I say, "Hey, you, Melissa, are you having a nice day?" And she says, "Yes, Jillian, I'm having such a good day." And I say, "Wow, what made your day so great?" And so on. We're staying on topic, and I'm referencing her as my friend since I said, "Hey, you." The rules are language use for greeting and demanding, talking differently and changing your language depending on the person that you're communicating with. So I was communicating with one of my friends. And turn taking and staying on topic. So going from one person to the other and staying on the topic that you're speaking about. You can now go on to your next one. I'm also going to talk about language and how language changes for the aging adult. There's a common problem that adults have as they age, and that is misusing words and forgetting words. Another common thing is that as you age, you forget how to spell words. The average adult will experience a lot of word failures or tip of the tongue experiences as compared to the younger adult. And they have found that in many different studies that they have had. The reason for this decline in language is because as you're an older adult, you're living in a more sad world, so to speak. There are many sad situations that occur in older adults' lives, and many health problems are experienced by the majority of adults. And so their brain is less focused on the language, and they're in less social situations, and therefore there's a decline. You can go on to the next slide. How language is tested in older adults and in younger adults as well. The most simple method is having a flash of a picture, and they have to name it quickly. And you can click on the YouTube link. Unless it doesn't work.
It's opening.
Okay.
It's opening.
There's an ad.
What objects did you see? A plus sign? Oh,
I didn't start paying attention
Okay,
until the middle
now.
of the video.
okay.
That's it. Anyway,
On the left.
this is just to give an example.
Oh, wait,
Nope.
okay.
I remember
Okay.
the purse. I remember seeing that.
All right.
So there are many examples such as that, and also just an image flashing, and they have to say it as they see it. And a lot of times, the tester will be looking for disfluencies, which are, say, a coffee pot showed on the screen, and I say coffee tot. That's wrong. Or if they have tip of the tongue experiences, those are really important because then they're measured. So basically, language is important for all people in the world, and language is important for us all to communicate, and therefore that is why I decided to present on this topic.